Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is King. Once again, I'm on another project. All right, so check this out. Let me tell you what we have here. I got this amp, stage work. So, when we out and we're performing, the keyboard is on, the singers are singing. What's happening with this? It goes out on us. And the reason why it's going out on us is because if you can look back here, there's a fan right back here. Zoom in on that. That fan does not work. Here, I'm going to plug it up and I'm going to turn it on and I'm going to let y'all hear. So just listen. So I got it on. It's on, but the fan is not spinning. All right, so let's turn that off. Unplug that. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna switch that out. So let me tell you what I found. I was looking around, and what I did was I found an old amp that has a fan on it. The amp doesn't work, but the fan spins. So I took this off of the other amp, and guess what? It's the exact same size as the one that's on this right now, right? So what we're gonna do, I grabbed everything that I know that I was gonna need to make this happen. We're gonna open this up, take this fan up out of there, and then I gotta take this back and we're gonna hook this up. So I got my drill and we're gonna make this thing happen. We're gonna work real fast and I'm gonna show y'all how we do this. All right, I'm gonna put these in my pocket and I'm gonna show you how we're gonna do this here. We're gonna make this nice and simple. Yeah. So watch this as my son is focusing in. I'm gonna try to do this within 20 minutes or less. All right. All right. I'm gonna put these screws in my pocket. And you know what's so interesting about this video? And for those of you that have been following me on social media, y'all know I gave my testimony how I lost my sight some years ago, right? So I actually don't see in the natural. So watch this here. And to make this interesting, some of y'all are probably thinking to yourself, you don't know me. So what I do every now and then, I'll put a blindfold on. So let me take these glasses off. So if you look at my eyes, you'll be like, oh, okay. Yeah, man, he really can't see. So let me put this on. All right, we're gonna make this interesting. So I ain't seeing. But now I may need my son's help on a couple of things, and that's really to see the difference between the colors on the wires. So you see, I got this blindfolders on, right? My son got that. All right. So now let's go back to work. All right. What did I say? 20 minutes or less. I'm gonna try to make this real quick. I've actually done this to another amp a long time ago, but this is when I was seeing. So I kind of know what I'm doing. Kind of know what I'm doing. It's not even the right word I should have used. I do know what I'm doing. So then I got to take this back to the church, hook this up. Right? And so we make that quick. All right, so let's see what's going on. Because filling these screws look like somebody had already did a work on this before. All right, so usually there's a screw back, usually there's a screw back here that has to come out too. Let me see. Let me make sure we got everything out and that we are good to go. Let me see. Sometimes you got to kind of play with it a little bit. Let's see where we at. See if I'm missing. Oh, guess what, y'all? I told y'all I can't see. I had it upside down. See, that's proof right there. Oh, yeah. Boom. Look at this. All right. So let me take this. Let's see how this comes out. Right, let's take this and just sit it right here. All right. Y'all are watching this. So this is the fan. It's unplugged so I can touch So I'm feeling back here and I can see where the wires are being connected. As a matter of fact, I see the connection right here, right there. So what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna make this real quick. Let's take this off, disconnect this, because we know this fan doesn't work. I've actually, like I said, I've done this before a long time ago. We're gonna disconnect this, and then we're gonna unscrew this fan. We're gonna put the other fan on. We're gonna run a little test first though. Okay. All right. Yeah, because these fans are designed to keep that amp power at a certain level. And if it doesn't stay at a certain temperature, that amp is just gonna go out. You know, like I said, that's very embarrassing when you're in the middle of performing. I play keyboard, y'all. And when you're in the middle of performing, man, I tell you what, and you have this happen, whoo, that's embarrassing, you know. Y'all musicians know what I'm talking about. You've been there before. So, all right, let's see. We just got one more to take off, and it's giving me a little bit of a problem. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Here we go, here we go, here we go, yay. All right, so take this tape off. Let's put this in here. All right, let's disconnect this. So what I'm gonna do before I disconnect that fan, I'm gonna connect this other fan first, and then I'm gonna plug it up, and I'm gonna make sure it comes on. So I'm gonna ask my son for his expertise in just a few minutes as far as lining up the color. Now we should have either a black and a red color wire here. If you focus on that, you should see a black and a red one. That's what we're going to be fooling around with. It's black and a red wire, so just probably, okay. So this is disconnect. Now this is what we're gonna do. All right, we're gonna connect this other fan on right here. I'm gonna get my son, what color is this one here? That one. That's red. And what color is this one? Okay, if that's the black one, then this one must be the red one. So guys, listen, I'm just running a test. I'm not gonna switch it out yet because I wanna make sure this is actually going to work. And if it works, then guess what? Then I'm gonna disconnect that other one and we are on a roll. All right. So yeah, man, we in there performing. I shouldn't use the word performing, but we're in there worshiping. Okay, so you can see I got it. Uh, let's put this fan right here so you guys can see. I'm gonna just hold the fan in my hand like this. All right, and I'm gonna plug it up. All right, let's plug it back up. Let's make sure it does what it does. Y'all see I got my blindfolders on, right? Okay, so I got this plugged up. Now these wires are separated. I'm gonna turn this on. Let's see what it does. Woo! You hear that? Woo! Woo! So let's turn that off. Unplug that, and let's go ahead and connect this. So wait a minute, hold on. I need to see what side, what's the blowing side, and what side, what's the that's important because you want to make sure that it's blowing inside of the amp. So I'm gonna reconnect it again. That way I can determine what side was blowing, what side was it. It's on. So it's gonna be this side right here, which is, okay, got it. Turn that off. Let's unplug this. Okay, now we're gonna connect it back later. So the side that's got to be facing in will be this side where the wire is coming in. Okay. So let's put that right there, and let's take this out off. Let's unscrew this. I want to use my grill, but it's best let's do it like this. Make our job a whole lot faster. Let's just put it like this. I think we should be all right. And we'll lean it towards me. Use the drill. Let me see. I may not have the right. Oh, yeah. Okay. This shouldn't take long at all, y'all. This shouldn't take long at all. Don't want the amp to fall. You already done solved the problem, and then I slip and drop the amp. That ain't good. All right. So now I'm gonna show you here. Okay. So now what we have back here, let me face this towards y'all so y'all can see, is we have this like a guard grill protector is what this is. So this grill, so now what you want to do, I'm gonna take this out of here. Okay. So now we want to take this grill, because this is a grill that protects the outer. We're gonna sit this one. Let me find the new one first. All right, there you go. Okay, put that one right there. We grab this one. So now what you want to do is, this is the side that's going to be facing inward. So now let's put the grill in and put these screws in. Maybe it's best I take these screws out. What do you say? All right. That's one. Okay. All right. You want to put it in that way? No, it goes in this way, I think. Yeah. So watch this, y'all. Y'all see, I still have my blindfolders on. So put that in. I'm just going to do two of them at a time, and then I'll do the other two at the bottom. Less confusion. So make sure I got these lined up just right. Okay, there we go. So now this is going to be the bottom for the wires. So what you want to do, you want to bring that wire in. Okay, make sure it's coming through so you can connect it later. And then you put the screws in one at a time. And everything for me is about feeling, y'all. I got to feel my way through stuff. All right, put the second one in. And then let's work and get these bottom ones on. All right, now I gotta look for this screw right here. Let's put that one in. See, look at that, man. We almost done, y'all. The next thing, now to make our job a whole lot quicker, let's just drill it back down. Now, with me, when I drill it, I don't drill it all the way down to the bottom because I don't want to strip it. I'm gonna tighten up with my, that's good right there. Okay. Okay. Then I'll get my screwdriver, which is right here, and I'll just kind of tighten it up a little bit with the screwdriver. You know, that way I can feel a little bit better how tight I want it. Make sure it's not stripping, you know, and I think that's good right there. You don't want to strip it, because you definitely don't want the fan to be rocking out of place due to the vibration of the fan spinning. So I think that's good. Okay, guess what? That's on. Now let's set this like this. Let's do the connection. Let's connect the wire. I'm gonna need my son's eyes one more time. So now let's see what we have here. Okay, this right here, this one. Okay, that's red. This one, Okay, put that down, and let's grab the red one, which is right here. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna connect the red one first, and then we're gonna do a little, well, we already know it works. So I don't have any wire nuts. Of course, I would have used the wire nuts. So let's just do it like this. Okay. So now I'm gonna take a little bit of tape, take that one up first. So in case you want to know what kind of tape I'm using, I guess y'all can see. Hey, that's about all I'm gonna need. All right, now that's a real small connection right there, but that's connected. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wrap this up nice and firm. All right, just like this, nice and firm. Boom. Now we bring the black around. Bada bang, bada boom. Look at this. And we connect the black. I'm still using these blindfolders for my haterators, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Then I'm gonna turn the amp on and make sure it works. And if it works, guess what? We're gonna cover it up, put it together, and then I'm gonna take it back and I'm gonna say, hey guys, guess what? I fixed the fan. They're gonna be like, you lie. All right, let's plug it up, y'all. And let's see what it does. Okay, that's on. Now, bam. Woo, it's blowing. I hear that? It's blowing. Uh-huh. So what happens is it blows and there's a vent up in the front, passes all that through to circulate inside that fan to keep that fan real cool. So now let's turn that off, unplug that, and let's go ahead and finish this up. We'll wrap this up right here, which is the black. That's good to go. Bada bang, bada boom. Oh yeah, but we're gonna be rocking now. Because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, man, we gotta get another amp. And I hate to throw away an amp because the fan stopped working, which is something very small that you can fix. So let's run it through here. Let's run it in there. So basically what we can do is kind of tuck this like right here a little bit. And that should be out the way of everything. I'm gonna leave this the way it was. It looks like there's a wire here somebody must have put here to kind of hold that into place. All right, let me plug it up one more time before I cover it up just to make sure everything is copacetic and that I didn't disconnect anything. So let's get that one more time and then we're gonna, yeah, y'all hear that? Okay, fan is on. So we're gonna cover this back up. This is the front. I think I'm supposed to bring this side down first. Okay, I see how it goes. Oh, okay, I see. There we go. Just gotta kind of line it up a little. I gotta bring it up front a little bit. There we go. Make sure it's lined up just right. It's gotta be lined up just right. If not, it ain't going in. And I see where they're lining up. Let me lift it up this way. Okay. That ain't gonna work. Let me see here. Just put it back down. Okay. All right, here we go. I think I got it now. Here we go, guys. All right. Now, we'll make sure that off and on button will turn on. So now, let's do this. Let's go ahead and now put those screws back in. What do y'all say, right? So I got them in my pocket. I'm gonna line them up, and then we're gonna drill it. And we're gonna do the same thing like we did. Hand tighten it. The thing is with this, man, you gotta make sure you got this lined up just right. Once I get one screw in, I think we're good. Let's see. Okay. Here we go. I think that's lined up right there. Okay. That's one. I think once you get like two of them lined up, man, you're pretty much good to go. Okay, there we go. Now, put this on, which it's going to go, yep, that goes on this side. So this side had 3 screws in here. So let's line that up. That's one. Y'all checking me out? It's 2. Number 3. 3. This one was a little rough, okay? Now, my drill gun is right there. Let's go ahead and screw this in. Stop right there. That's good. Don't want to strip it. It's good. All right, we're not stripping it. Okay, did that one. Okay, and it's good. Now, do this side. I don't know, y'all. Am I on my 20-minute mark? Or did I pass the time? I think I'm missing some screws, man. Let's see. I might have dropped some screws. We're going to double check in just a minute. These other screws are right. This one. Darn it. Oh, they're in my pocket. Other pocket. All right, so now I am looking for, my son is checking me out. This one goes right here. Yep, that's exactly how it goes. So y'all watching me? It's nice, nice. Okay, 2, 3, and then this one is the last one. Goes right here. Okay, y'all. Let me get my drill. What did I do with it? All right, y'all. Here we go. We just about done. Hey. Let's come back to that. Okay. All right, something's wrong, y'all. Let me just double check and see what's going on here. All right. Let me see what's going on over here. I'm not lining up. Something ain't right. Let's make sure this is right. Okay, hold on one second, y'all. think I might have stripped this here to make sure that's not what happened. Let me just see if I can get these to line up the way it needs to, because I might have made a little mistake here. Let me just make sure we're good. All right, yeah, let's do this. Let's unscrew this side just a little bit so we kind of shift it a little bit. Okay, oh, just a little. Oh Lord. Well, we're gonna have to try to work this out somehow. Let's see what we can do. Come back to that. Let's try to work this out somehow. Sometimes it just causes a little bit of shifting and a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Let me see here. Let me make sure we can get this in. Drop a couple of screws down, y'all, but you know, we can get that. Okay. Just a little bit of lining up we have to do. Sometimes, you know, you gotta kind of like, okay. That's that. Let me see what I do with my other screws. My son, oh, 1, 2. Got them. Then I drop one. So with that one lining up, the rest of these should line up perfect. All right, so I kind of stripped one, but you know, sometimes that happens. We fixed what we needed to fix. That what matters the most. Is always a way of taking that screw out. Trust me when I tell you, man, we have methods. Okay, that's in. And that's in. Okay. For the sake of time, y'all, I got one more screw I got to put on right there. But like I said, I dropped that one. As a matter of fact, here it is. Let me put that one on right now while y'all looking and while y'all staring at me. So y'all be like, oh, he messed up. So y'all know I didn't. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Now this one right here stripped, but it'll still come off. Yep. But it's on, and we don't want to take that off because, like I said, the problem is fixed. And let's put this back over here, and let's plug it up one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Guess what? We have fixed this air maybe less than 20 minutes or right at 20 minutes. I am completely da-da-da-da-da-dun-dun-dun-dun. Let's check it out again. Woohoo! I can feel the pressure coming right here to the front. Perfect. Yep. Y'all hear that? Yeah, let me let y'all see this. Fan spinning. See that right there? Check that out. All right. Oh my goodness. Take this off. Woo! That's it, y'all. So check this out. Y'all, my name is King, and I appreciate y'all tuning in and supporting my YouTube channel. And y'all check me out on my next video. You know, let's see what other project I got left that I'm gonna do. But in the meantime, hit that like and subscribe button. And I'll see y'all on my next video. Peace.